Hello and welcome to the third lesson of the course. In this lesson, we will be thoroughly examining the ISO 15022 message, or simply the MT message, dissecting every part of it, learning how to read any type of these messages, and pinpointing the main information we need. But first, let's start by refreshing some of the concepts we learned in the last lesson. Last time we talked about the concept of the LTA, which is present in block 1 in the basic header of the message. It consists of the back, then one letter which is called the LTA letter, and 3 digits which are the branch code. After the LTA we have 4 digits called the session number. They identify the session in which the message was transmitted. Then the next 6 digits are the sequence number. They can be the input sequence number, which represents the sender's current input session, or the output sequence number, which represents the receiver's current output session. Session and sequence number generally identifies the window in which the message was sent. Then we have the sending date and time, which is present in tag 177. It follows the format YYMMDD for the date and HHMM for the time. It is crucial to differentiate between the sending date and time present in the header of the message, as there will be other dates and times present in the message of the body we're going to be discussing later on in the course. Next, we talk about the ACK and the NACK flag, which is present in tag 451 of the header. In case this digit is 0, this means that the message is ACKed, and in case this digit is 1, this means that the message is NACKed. This whole part of the message is not present when the message is created, but after the message goes to the SAA, the SAA then adds this part to indicate the status of the message, either ACK, meaning the message passed validation, or NACK, meaning the message did not pass validation. This follows the same procedure as we explained in the last lesson. Then we come to the message direction. As we mentioned before, if this message has the digit O, this means that it's output from Swift, which indicates to it being an incoming message. If this letter, however, which is present in block 2, is I, this means that this is an input to Swift, indicating to it being an outgoing message. After the letter representing the message direction, we have 3 digits which represents the message type. In this example, this is an incoming MT103 message. If this is an incoming message, which means that this letter is O, meaning that it's an output from Swift, then the LTA in block 2 is for the sender bank, and the LTA in block 1 is for the receiver bank. If this is an outgoing message, however, meaning that the letter is I, indicating that it's an input to Swift, then the LTA in block 2 is for the receiver bank, and the LTA in block 1 is for the sender bank. An easy way to remember this is that the bank in block 2 will always be the other bank. So in case of incoming, this will be the sender, and in case of outgoing, it will be the receiver. Tag 111 in block 3 represents the GPI flag. This indicates whether the sender bank is a GPI or a non-GPI agent, and the next 3 digits are the service identifier. We will get more into that when we get to the GPI part. Next comes in tag 121, which is called the UETR, or the unique end-to-end reference. This is a 32 hexadecimal bit reference for the message to make sure the message is unique. Before that, we used to have the reference number, which is tag 20 of the message, as the indicator for the reference of the message. But as you can see, the UTR is more complex and thus can give us more possibilities to the number of messages unique we can have. Last thing we will be talking about will be the customer's accounts. These are present as a part of the message body or block 4 depending on the message type. Tag 50 is known as the ordering customer and tag 59 is known as the beneficiary customer. In order to know which one of them is the customer of the bank, we have to take into account the message direction. So, in case this is an incoming message to the bank, so the receiver's bank customer will be the beneficiary customer, as the bank is receiving funds for his customer. In case this is an outgoing message, so the sender bank's customer will be the ordering customer, as he's the one who's sending funds to another customer in another bank. In this, we reach the end. With this, we reach the end of today's lesson. In the next lesson, we will be talking about the ISO 15022 categories, and we will be starting with category 1.